All right. Okay. Hello, Google, Google Plus YouTube people. How y'all doing this morning? Morning, everybody. I hope y'all smoking lovely out there. I'm not. But I'm trying to. Okay, so I just wanted to say a couple of things about to the church. I saw a picture of a little girl, and she was standing in her dress, church dress, whatever. She says, "I'm ready to go, Jesus," And what about all the people? These people are not. These people in the church are not in accordance with our Lord. They're not connected with our spiritual currents. They're being taught false doctrine. How long is this going to continue? It's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. How do these? Well, we all know hybrids run the church. We know that. Jesuits, hybrids. But what are you going to tell me? You're going to sit here and tell me, someone's going to sit here and tell me that every single person that was ever a priest, a pastor, a minister was a hybrid? They're all hybrids? You're telling me there's no ministers that figured out that the Bible is manipulated? If that's the case, that's pretty sad, Pretty sad. Wow. Who's gonna be who's the person who's gonna who's the person who's gonna rectify the word of the Lord? That's me, but no, who's gonna listen to me? I don't got no views on my fucking videos. A little view, couple views here, couple views there. That's not views. I should have millions of views. People don't care, or whatever. I don't. It's hard for me to sit here and believe that every priest and every minister, every pastor, they never figured out the scripture. They don't see the history in there, the alchemy, the changing of names, There's something else I want to say. Zerub. I had a dream right before I woke up. Zerub. I don't know. I forgot what it was, but it'll come back to me eventually. Something about Zerub. Arab. Maybe Zerub symbolized the Arab tribe or something like that. But this is unacceptable. Okay, all these people. What about all these people that are in church that believe that they worship in the Lord and they're not? We went over that last night in the book of Samuel. It says the church stole the fucking covenant of the Lord. They're misrepresenting the Lord up to this day. That's exactly what it said. So there's the proof. The proof. I gave the proof last night that it's right in the Bible that it says that the church stole the covenant of the Lord. They do not represent the Lord. So I don't know what other fucking proof you want. It's right there in black and white. What more proof do you want? But then what are they going to say? Well, you say it's manipulated, so how are we supposed to know if it's true? You're going to get some morons going to say that, of course. These people need to be stopped. People need to be stopped, The truth needs to come out, and then whatever happens to the church, the people run. I'm telling you right now, if the people knew the truth about the church, that they're being given accursed hosts and all the fucking prayers and all the things are all Jesuit incantations to screw up the people and to send the energy of their prayers to another vortex, to another to be assimilated by these parasites and everything else. What do you think that people are going to do if they knew this? What would you believe the people are going to do? I believe they're going to run out of their house, run down the street, and burn down their fucking church. That's what I believe they're going to do. And they're probably going, whatever is going to happen. Who's going to stop this? When is it going to stop? What are these people trying to do? They're trying to phase it out without the people realizing the truth. They're trying to phase it out. They're trying to phase out Christianity without the people realizing the truth and without the people getting pissed off. And then they're just going to kill the people before they can revolt, Maybe that's what their plan is. To kill us all before kill all the church people before they realize the truth, and they kill them, This got to come to an end. It's got to stop. This is bullshit. All these poor children that are in church believe that they worship in the Lord, whatever. All the people, they're not connected with the Lord. They're without. They're not under any protection of the Lord, our Lord. They're worshiping a virus. They're worshiping gray monkey monsters. They're worshiping lizard people, and they're praying to parasites, and they're being, what the fuck? Fuck this shit, So what? So now what? So what? All these people in church, they're without, and the only people going to receive salvation are tribes, watchers, going to receive salvation, and all devotees, and those members of the covenant that are established. All these people are going to receive salvation. And the church is not going to receive any salvation. What's their salvation going to be? They're going to be abducted and assimilated by fucking space rat termites. That's their salvation. What kind of salvation is that? I told you, they made a new earth, and they're going to fucking imprison the people in this new earth. And, of course, they got a pipe dream that they're going to stay here, but that's a fucking bunch of bullshit. Nobody's staying here. Nobody's staying here. We're not staying here either. We gotta leave so we can clean up the place, So the vortex can go back, go back through the sun and then start again, The vortex open again, And that's the only way, because the place is a mess. It's got to be cleaned up. Like I say, I'm not coming back here to establish heaven on earth. With the way the earth is now, forget it. Wouldn't be healthy. Wouldn't be. And if there is no planet, if planetary radiation does not occur, And then we're not coming back here. We're going somewhere else because I'm not coming back here to this cesspool of filth, all right? And plus, I told you that the Allies, I believe, had intentions of cleaning out the dimensions, but I believe they're so infested that they gave up. They said, no, it's too much. We can't. It's too much. So we're just going to wait until everything implodes. And then everyone comes together and, then whatever happens is going to happen. Can't believe it. All my testimony, all my work, not one person has looked for me besides gang stalker people. There's not even any intelligent services come to speak to me. There's no one came to speak to me. No police came to speak to me. No, nobody. The only people that follow me around are the gang stalker people. That's it. And I believe that the mafia will come looking for me, because they know that John Gotti's my son. So they know that shit. So, my son doesn't come looking for me because he's supposed to be dead. So he's probably very careful about what he does. All my work, all my videos, hundreds of videos, hundreds of thousands of posts I made. Not one person's come look for me. Not one. Not one person found it in their heart to support my efforts. Not one. Not one person. I still have yet to meet one devotee. I never met one devotee in my life. So that means that I'm going to die, or the Lord's going to come, and I'm going to say to the Lord, well, I never found any believers. How's that going to look for us? Not too good. I mean, as long as you dedicate your soul to Lucifer, you're straight, of course. But it's not tangible. It's unity, but it's not because there's nobody here. It's pretty sad, man. Pretty sad. Well, it's pretty sad when I think about all the kids that go to church and they're not going to receive salvation because they're totally on the wrong path. What about all the parents? You're responsible, parents, to show your children the way. Hey, parents are not doing that. There's no parents out there, well, maybe, but there's no parents that I met that are going through the Bible and telling their children, well, this is really what the scripture means, or people's learning. This is what the people learning means, and what they're telling you in church is not true. They're just telling you the bullshit. They're not telling you the truth of the scripture, what it means, and they're not really. No one's relating it to today and what's going on now. They can't relate it to now because they don't even know what's going on now. The church people, they don't know. They know, and they're just lying. I told you, I went to church, and I told the pastor, I said, yo, why don't I put up a thing, on the bulletin board saying that I'll help people to get prepared for martial law. I'll go to the store with them and help them get water and stuff to their house. And you know what he said? No, don't do that. Don't do that. The people don't know you good enough. That's not why. It's because he doesn't want me. The church does not want us to alert the people that martial law is coming, because the church is in collusion with the government. So they already have a plan. The church people are supposed to help convince the people to go to the concentration camps and die. Tell them it's okay. You can go to the camp and die. It's all right. That's what their job is, to keep the people calm, to go to the FEMA camps. That's what they want. They don't want the church people, they don't want the people to be prepared to be able to take care of themselves. They want the people to be totally reliant on the government and on the church. And that's what that is, And I went to a meeting, and the pastor was there, minister was there, and he mentioned flutes, So the girls were talking about flutes. They're talking about dicks. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about dicks. You know. They're sitting there talking in code, and the minister's laughing, ha, 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 and they're all laughing. They're talking in code. I knew they were talking in code. I know, because that's what these people think they're cool, because they can talk in code, They think they're cool, because they're part of the little NA clique that, where they have their orgies and whatever, And I went to a meeting, I thought I was back in Meriden again, surrounded by gang stalkers talking in code and snickering behind my back and scorching me and everything, and saying, and making me feel like shit, and saying, no, we can't have no fucking sex party today because you're here, because I was there. And since I didn't make any agreement with the enemy, I wasn't allowed to enjoy, the sex parties with these people, playing doctor and all this shit. I was excluded from all that. I was excluded from all the plays because I didn't make any commitment, And I asked, well, why can't I be a part of it, And they said, well, the people, they don't know you like that. So what does that mean? They don't know you like that. Okay, that means I didn't go to the fake hell place with them and stand around naked with them. They all seen each other naked before. So for them to take off their clothes and have sex in front of each other and all that shit, that's no big deal, because they already spent time naked together, so they all know each other that way, So that's why they said that to me, but it was everything is designed to hurt me, to make me feel an outcast, to make me feel bad about myself, to make me feel like a loner, to make me feel fucking horrible as they can possibly make me feel. That's what these people did to me, As horrible as they can make me feel, as bad as they can make me feel, as much of an outsider as they can make me feel. That's what they do. That's what they do. Any way they can hurt me, any way. No, we can't allow him to have sex with us because, he didn't go to the fake hell place with us, and he didn't make agreements, whatever. Ain't that fucked up? And I was willing to be in it. I would have had sex with him. Why not? Fuck, I don't care. I didn't really understand everything at that point, what is going on, like I do now, but still, I mean, well, fuck, I'm human. Well, I don't like to fuck. Of course I like to fuck. I like to fuck. I'm a man, But no. Matter of fact, you know what they did to me? I told you they hypnotize me all the time. I'm going to give you one example of what they did to me. Okay, so one night, okay, so they had meetings there, and they have their own schedule, okay? They have blue schedule and they have black schedule in the NA. And you get the program with the blue program, and then you know where all the secret meetings are. It tells they're not all even on all there. You have to know where they're at. So I found out where some of these were, and I went there, and the people were fucking furious that I was there. And I'm saying, so why are they so fucking mad? Because they came to me. Because they wanted to fuck, and they couldn't fuck because I was there. They bring pillows, they bring towels, blankets, they get the girl bent over, and then they put the blanket over, so not everyone could see, and then they fucking, and yeah, and then they they set up a table, they put a blanket over, and then they put the person on there, and the person pretends to play doctor, and then they all join in. That's why Britney Spears wrote the song "The Circus," because that's what a circus, they call it the circus, because it's a fucking orgy organization. It's a sex organization. It's not. All the people are still getting high on drugs. They're not clean. Those people are not getting clean. They just go there. They use that excuse to have a place to have sex. They they pull down the shades in the church, they lock the door, and then they start fucking away. I mean, and that's how I felt. I went to the meeting. Here's the girls talking about dicks and all that shit. But of course they don't say nothing to me because they all know I'm a homeless bum. Hey, you tell by looking at me I'm a homeless bum. I'm a bum. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not nothing that I'm not. I'm a fucking homeless bum. I live in the woods. Just happen to have a motel room for today. That doesn't mean shit. What does that mean? Not one person. All these people know I'm homeless. No one sends me donations. No one comes to fucking help me. No one gives a fuck about me at all. You know who? What? My mother sent me a couple of dollars. The church helped me a little bit. Yeah, these are not. That's not support. They're fucking band-aids. It's not support. Support is here. Take this here. Here's a motel room for a month, and here's a couple $1,000 for your pocket, so you're not broke. And here I'll take you get some clothes. You get some clothes. Some shit that I need. Here, take this laptop so you can work like a fucking normal person and not like a fucking bozo on a little fucking phone, like a fucking idiot. Here, let's edit and publish some of your work. At least get it in book form, or let's get it in some kind of good structure and presentable structure. And this thought never crosses anybody's mind. What the fuck? I haven't proven my wisdom. I haven't proven that. I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Fucking perform miracles and walk around and fucking heal people and this and that? I'm not gonna heal fucking nobody because they're without. So you're not of my concern. So what the fuck I want to help you for? You're without. Do you dedicate yourself to Lucifer? No. Well then, fuck off and die. What the fuck you want from me? Fuck off and die. It's not really true because I am concerning myself with the fucking people that are without. But in all actuality, they're without. They're not of my concern. I'm not even supposed to be paying attention to these people. I shouldn't care what happens to the people in the church because they're without. So I shouldn't give a fuck. But they help me a little bit, so I feel obligation to try to help them too, But now here I go to a meeting and the pastor's laughing along with the girls. They're talking about dicks, and he's laughing along. And after the meeting, I told him, they're talking in code, and flutes means dicks. And he's like, oh no sir, well boy, you're talking crazy, and he's ridiculing me. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on, or he didn't want me to know that he knows what's going on, or whatever. Okay, don't forget these people are, if they're hybrids, they do not know the difference between truth and lie. It's all the same to them. They have no morals. They don't have no empathy. They don't have no compassion. They're just robots. That's why I said, that's why the media can lie day after day in and day out, and lie to us and lie. It doesn't have any effect on them that they're lying. They don't care. They don't care. That's the same thing with the little kids around here. These kids are running into, buy some weed off here and there. These fucking kids, they don't care. They don't give you what you pay for. If they could burn you any way they can, they will. Anyway, you buy a bag of weed from the kids, and and they don't weigh it and give you what you're supposed to get. They make it look big. They take the buds and they put it a certain way in the shake. They make it look big. Any way they can fuck you over, they'll fuck you over, and they don't care because they don't care because they don't care because they don't have no morals. They didn't grow up with any kind of good morals. The parents didn't teach them any morals. Matter of fact, I said parents right there, and the parents co-sign their kid's shit, their son's shit. I say, is this what it's supposed to weigh? Oh yeah. But I know for a fact it didn't weigh that. You're a fucking liar. That's not what it was supposed to be. Come on, man. So that means the parents are probably anybody here in this area is probably a clone or a hybrid. Because I told you, all this shit I warned the world about that when your kids are going to school, these schools that are hybrid schools with portals and all these key words that you find within their literature, it shows very clearly that they're fucking hybrids. They're kidnapping the people's children. They keep the child as a fucking hostage or whatever they do to the child, and then they create a clone and they send the clone back to the school and they send the clone back on the bus home, going home. Okay, so the parents receive a clone at the end of the day from school, but he looks just like their kid, and the kid has all the personality of the other kid, with the exception of they have no empathy and they're robots now. They don't, they're just zombies. That's why you come across these kids today, and you look at them, and there's nobody home, really. There's really nobody home. There's really no spirit in there. It's just a light orb, whatever the fuck it is. So, and don't forget they're bombs, clone bombs. They're not just clones. The fucking clones have a skeletal structure that's explosive. And whenever they decide to blow up the clones, then they blow them up. I mean, they've done this shit before. So this is nothing new. That's how I know about it. They did it before. I became aware of this through the Akashic Records and my benefactors. And that's what they do. They kidnap the children. They create a clone bomb. They send it back to their children. So there's people right now, they got kids in their house that they believe they're their own kids. No, they're a clone bomb. And at some point, their kids are going to explode and kill them. Think about it. Now you got a bomb in everybody's house, walking around. So between the towers, when they power up the towers are going to kill us, and the clone bomb is going to explode. And what are we going to do about it? Nobody's doing nothing about it because the towers are still standing. All those towers should be destroyed immediately. I can guarantee you, when our allies come here, when the dimensions implode and the allies come here, that's one of the first things they're going to do is blow up all the towers. They'll wipe out all those towers. That's one of the first things they're going to do. All the towers immediately. Boom, 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 boom. All over the place. They're going to be wiped out. They're wiped out. Any person in any authority, they're going to be wiped out. Any person. Any type of authority. Any type of authority at all. If you have any authority over another person, you're going to die. Because you're not upholding righteous authority. And first of all, there is no authority because we live in a corporation. So how could a corporation have a law? That's like saying, for us to go by a law here is like for us to go into McDonald's and there's McDonald's police in there and tell you didn't eat your hamburger right, so we're going to fucking put you in McDonald's jail in the back room. That's the same fucking thing. What's the fucking difference? What? What's the difference? There's no difference between a police coming to someone and saying, oh, you can't smoke that plant, that's illegal, I'm going to put you in jail because I found you a little piece of paper with a little piece of plant inside of it, so I'm going to put you in jail. And that's the same thing as Ronald McDonald. You're in McDonald's eating a fucking cheeseburger, and Ronald McDonald police comes out and says, oh, you're eating the cheeseburger wrong, you took too many bites too fast. We're going to put you in Ronald McDonald jail in the back room. And it's the same fucking thing. What is the fucking difference? What's the difference? What? There's no difference. Except for we're consistent with the crown, so the only law we need to go by is British law. But England is just another corporation like here. It's just another corporate derivative. So we're not subject to British law either because there's no law there either. So there is no law that we're subject to. No law whatsoever. There's no law. No law. The police never had authority to do anything. They don't have authority now. They never did. It's just an illusion. Even technically, now you go through the legislature, all the police power have been removed. They don't have no power to do nothing. Nobody has power to do shit. Just by the legislature. So Never mind all the fact that we live in a fucking corporation. Just the fact that the legislature's been changed so they don't have no power. All the power is primed to be switched to FEMA and the federal police forces and New World Order configuration of scumbags, conglomeration of scum. And we've already been under martial law for like a year. People are so fucking stupid. How people don't remember that they called martial law like a year ago? How do you fucking not remember that? I know. I remember it. We're already under martial law for a year, at least. So it just hasn't been fully implemented yet. They just didn't start, but they are putting. There's people in FEMA camps right now being fucking executed. Okay, right now, right this fucking second. All right, so fucking tell me. I told you the lady went on Google Earth and she found a fucking prison out in the middle of the desert and the fuck with a guillotine and there's blood all over it. It means they've been using it. They're already chopping people's heads off with a guillotine. They went around Columbia, South Carolina, and they rounded up a whole bunch of fucking homeless people and they executed them. You know, and this guy Tory saying that the CIA people and all these scumbag reptoid fucking military people are, you know, been turned into reptoids or whatever the fuck they are, synthetic clone cyborg stormtrooper monsters. They these people are kidnapping little children and raping them and killing them. They probably give them to the lizards to eat or whatever. But lizards don't eat dead people. They only eat alive people. So they want to scare. I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe they do eat them. You know, it's like sloppy seconds. It's about money. You know, they charging these big corporations. This is what he says. You know, that they're charging the members of the big corporation, top executives, money to, you know, so they can rape and execute a child. You know, they get off on that, I guess. But they're not human. They're part lizard, so the lizards like that to kill people and eat people. That's what they like. That's how they eat. That's what they do. You know, that's the way they survive. So, you know, when is this shit gonna stop? I mean, how long are they gonna be able to continue to fucking kidnap and murder children and rape them and all that shit? I mean, when is this shit gonna stop? I mean, who's gonna stand up and stop this nonsense? Who? The only person I could see who would stand up and stop it would be someone like Putin or, you know, Steven Seagal or Jesse Ventura or some of these people that possibly could maybe finagle their way into some position of power, you know, have some power to do something. What really should happen is that we should throw out the government and just accept Russian Federation rule. I mean, that's what I would do. If I was I just put Putin in charge, and I put Steven Seagal, and I put Jesse Ventura, and I put some of the big watchers in there. Like, I mean, well, we know. Like, there's no way. See, that's another thing too. I mean, come on, guys. Let's look at this Mr. Spock style. You know, how the fuck these people like Next News and Infowars and all that shit? Where did they get the money to build this set and have these cameras and send out people on fucking reporting jobs and where the fuck they get the money to do that? From where? From where? Are they receiving donations? I mean, is that how they got the money? I don't know how anyone could receive donations because I don't receive any. I don't fucking receive any, but I was thinking about trying to put a fucking PayPal account, get a PayPal account or GoFundMe. I think I should do that because I believe I should do that because maybe it'll help me to spread the message. Because obviously, no one wants to support me. You know, nobody's coming to look for me or anything. But maybe since they don't got to go out of their way and they can make a donation to a GoFundMe account, then maybe I'll receive some support. Where these people get the money to build this set with desks and all this and have screens behind it. Get the fuck out of here. That costs money for that shit, man. These people didn't just. Nah, they're being supported by the government. We know. Well, Next News was good, but now we know that it's been infiltrated by the reports that he's doing. He's showing the symbolism, Illuminati symbolism and everything. That's fucking disgusts me because I love Tony Dungy. I thought he was doing a fucking great job, but now I know he's been compromised. People will do anything for money, man. Anything. Anything for fucking money. These people got unlimited amounts of money. They need money, they just go print more. I mean, the money's already worthless. It only holds value in the minds of the sheeple, in our mind. It has no value. There's only one bill that holds value. That's the $5 note, whatever. What do you want to call it? $5 denomination. That's the only bill that has money. So anybody with half a brain who's going to keep cash, you should have all your money in $5 bills. And there's nobody telling the people that. I don't understand why that should be common knowledge. That should be all these people should be telling the people, yo, you want to save cash, make sure it's all in $5 bills because that's the only bill that's going to be worth anything. That's the only bill that says on it this note is legal tender. All the rest are just wings and prayers. Okay. I'm going to let you go. Talk to you later.